Welcome back to Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast, y'all. Hosted by me, BellaThaGawd. That's on every platform. That is Threads, that is Instagram, that is Facebook, because Undiagnosed Baddie is on Facebook. What are we talking about? YouTube, TikTok. Go follow me on all of those platforms. And while you're clicking around, make sure you click the like button, make sure you click the subscribe button, and yeah, lock in with your kid. Now, today's topic, we're going to go ahead and read this out. This one is kind of long, but we're going to get there, and I got some things to say about this. So my husband thinks he can cause the problems in the marriage and leave me a single mom. At this point, I'm seriously considering leaving the kids with him and getting a break. It's been some time since I bashed men, so let's get into it. Y'all know I love a little good man bash. All right. So I think that more mothers do need to leave their kids with the dads. If the dads are there, right? Just leave the kids with the dad. Now, I've seen this one family. They had a family house, didn't want to be married anymore. And what they decided to do while they quote unquote co-parent, I think this was an excellent idea. If you can afford it, I think people should do it. And they kept the house. They was like, it's not fair to our kids to have to go to dad's house or mom's house or whatever it is. They went and found like a little studio 1-bedroom apartment. And every other week, one of the parents will stay at the apartment while the other parent is in the household with the children. And that gives the kids stability in their home. They don't have to pack their bags. Shoes are not being left behind. People are not necessarily late on pickups, drop-offs, this or that, and they still get to grow up together in their home. The parents, they get to have their week off, and it has helped their, I won't say marriage, but it has helped them, their co-parenting situation tremendously. A lot of women have to sit back before they have the children and look at what's going on. How does the mother deal with their son? Is the mother, does your baby daddy, your man, your husband, your fiance have other children? Are they around? How long did he say, oh yeah, this weekend, how long did it take for him to say, yeah, this weekend I'm going to spend this, or I got this to do, or I got to pick up the kid, or this and that. We have to pay attention to the signs that the men are giving us with their previous children. I do know someone, who was dealing with someone who had a child, and he was like, I need help buying her clothes. Why do you need help buying your child clothes? And it wasn't financial. It was going to the store and doing the things. Some men think women are only there to procreate and take care of the kids. When they show you who they are, type it in the comments. What's the rest? Believe them. When they show you who they are, believe them. Because if you have to help him buy clothes for his child, and you have a baby by him, if 1 + 1 = 2, and 2 + 2 = 4, then how the fuck 4 + 4 = 16? You see what I'm saying? Like that, we know the saying, right? It's not adding up. Where the math ain't fucking mathing. Why do you think that, oh, I love him so much, oh, he's a good father now that I'm around, because we don't play about being good. Bitch, are you stupid? It's giving dumb. And what I want women to start doing is, when I said pay attention to the mother, pay attention to how she helped with the grandkids. When it's his weekend, does she always have the kids? Because then that's going to be you. Okay? We have to pay attention, like the men. Do they have their own homes? Do they have that second bedroom? Can they afford to even have a baby? Like, love, you don't. And I keep telling people all the time, you don't have to have a baby by every man that you're in a relationship with. You don't have to carry that with you. I think so many men see horses And if you know of any other one, I think seahorses are the only one. I think there is one other species, I'm not really sure, where the woman gives the male seahorse all the eggs, and then he fertilizes them, and he raises them. The woman seahorse goes away. In a society where we are always complaining about men not being good fathers, not being present fathers, not being active fathers, understanding fathers, kind fathers. And when we see ones pushing a fucking stroller down the street, they are praised. GoFundMe's go up. They are given brand new cars for doing some shit that they should be doing any fucking way. We have to start to switch this over to a matriarchal society where it's like, okay, the women have been out earning. The women have been out learning. The women have been doing every fucking thing. And we keep getting oppressed by these men. And so maybe it's time for them, since they want to be in the kitchen, since they want to be the chefs, since they want to do all of these things, let them be the primary parent. Laws would change. And it's going to be some pushback. If you are picking a man to be the father of your child, there are times where you're gonna have to drop the motherfuckers off. If that's the relationship. If he hasn't I'm not talking about the ones that have totally abandoned. I'm not. There are times in the lives where the other parent has to step up at some point, right? And be like, well, it's your kid too. And just because you do that, moms, at the same time, doesn't mean you abandon all. It's not like that. But it's like, since you think there's a lawyer on TikTok, and she was like, y'all, I'm known as, the family lawyer. That's not what I wanted to be known for, or whatever, or something about I could get your kids. She said, I got a 95% success rate of being able to get your kids for you to have full custody, so you don't have to pay child support. She says, but now my percentages are starting to change, and they're starting to change in a different way. There are fathers going to court to spite the mothers and say, hey, I want my kids. I'm not paying child support. You got to pay me child support. And since she's such a good lawyer, she's winning. And then 1, 2, 3, 6 months down the line, the men are calling her back and saying the kids can go back with their mother. Reverse it. We're going back to court. She can have them back. Because they don't realize what it's like to go day in and day out and have to care about somebody other than yourself on a full-time level. They can do it. We've seen plenty of men. We've seen plenty of single fathers do it, right? But they don't have, and I don't even think this is a word, the withstand all to be able to do it, because they see everybody outside turning up. They see their buddies golfing. They see their buddies going to games, and they got to sit at home with them fucking kids. And it's just like, what happens is, if more men understood what it was like to have to raise them kids, they wouldn't want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fucking kids. I have a family member. Her husband is the primary caretaker. They're together. They're married. Is the primary caretaker of their child. And she was like, you wanted this baby. It's your baby. But I'm here. That's my baby too. Like, don't get it fucked up. But you want this baby, then you wake up and you do the things and da 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 da. And so when people mention having a second child, he's like, yeah, nah, like it's not. I'm not rocking. We good right here, because he understands what it takes to do all of that. Even in some religions, men don't understand it, because they say men are not supposed to change any diapers. That's for the women. And when you get out of diaper changing, you don't understand why you don't want to continuously have kids and change shitty fucking diapers. When in religions, it's like the women do all of the things. Of course, men want to keep having kids and spread their seed, because they don't have that daily mental load of being the primary parent. Y'all let me know. Do we need to start doing immediate DNA tests and giving these kids to the baby father, pump some milk and drop it off with the fathers? Because I don't think they're getting it. Yeah. Give the kids to their get the